It is December 2nd. I am in the Sourland Mountains in central New Jersey. A little training hike. It's like a little over a 5-mile loop. And it is raining, it is wet, it is sloppy. Every hike I can get out on helps. Helps the knees. Still kind of getting used to the super feet insoles. So, yeah. Hopefully most of the trail is a lot rockier than this. This is only the second time I've been here, but it's only 10 minutes from home and it's a pretty good trail. Check back in a little bit. So while I'm out here, I figured I'd mention a little bit about why we are doing a through hike now in 2019. Our reasons and kind of what happened in the last couple of years. So on July 15th of 2017, we started a trip, our first long distance backpacking trip. I saved vacation time from work for the entire year and saved money and all the logistics for, it was well over a year of planning. And we went to Vermont, me and Gina, and hiked the Vermont Long Trail. And so we started on July 15th, had the greatest time of our lives, honestly. And on August 5th, we were about 40 miles from the end on a rainy Saturday afternoon. Got a phone call that back home, my dad got in a motorcycle accident and he passed away on August 5th, 2017. We were on the trail, so we had to scramble to get home, and our lives have been hell, for lack of a better word, ever since. It's just like the ripple effect from something like that. Just so tragic and sudden, and then not being able to say goodbye because we were in the woods for 24 days beforehand. We always thought we would wait to do our like an Appalachian Trail through hike we wanted to do when we retired. We thought after kids and all that, kids are out of the house. But my dad worked his entire life. He never got a chance to retire. He was 62 years old. So that's kind of our reasoning for going now. And I'm sure we'll dig into that in later videos, exactly how it affected us, me, depression. It's been tough, but the only place, I feel like the last place we both felt alive was in Vermont. It's almost like we left our lives in Vermont on the trail, because that's the last time either of us felt like us. And since then, it's just been a rat race of day to day, always upset, depressed. The only time we feel partially like ourselves is when we get out in the woods, like today. My dad loved the outdoors, hunting, fishing, and he's who got me into it. he wasn't much of a hiker, but if his health would let him, he totally would be. He would love it out here. He always loved camping, but could never really do the hiking thing. So that's a little dive into why. The main reason we really wanted to complete a through hike, an end to end, and it got kind of robbed from us in Vermont. So this is kind of like redemption. So God willing, we will make it to Katahdin, and he'll be with us the whole way for sure. We're both gonna carry some ashes with us from Georgia to Maine. Maybe sprinkle them here and there. Made it to Vermont. So if you were wondering, I am out here alone today. Gina decided to hit the gym instead of come out here. I could never do the gym. I tried, but driving somewhere to pick things up and put them down just never made any sense to me. I'd much rather go beat myself up on a trail any day than sit in a gym on a hamster wheel or something like that. So I'm feeling good. It's not really strenuous, really, but I guess anything's better than sitting at home on the couch. Yeah, that's the trail. Maybe I can find a way across. I'm gonna try and navigate this and I'll get back at you. I guess a good thing about being out on a day like this is there is no one on the trail. I haven't passed a single person yet, and I like it that way. I know that's not going to be the case for Georgia, but that I really don't mind. I feel like here, you know, I'm walking down this trail with a huge pack and trekking poles and everything, and people are looking at me like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Oh, there's more ahead. This is almost like the long trail. Puddle after mud puddle, and yeah, hiking in Vermont, whether it's raining or not, you're just hiking through mud puddles, deep mud puddles. It's like quicksand. It'll like suck your shoes off. It's gonna be very, very strange getting back to that 100 miles in Vermont before it splits off at Main Junction. But I know it'll be a very surreal feeling. I feel like that's where we're gonna pick our lives back up, because our lives are not what they were, to say the least. Losing my father definitely affected every part of my life. So we did a lot of stuff together. We did a lot of hunting, a lot of fishing, weekends going to gun shows, and definitely had an awesome relationship with my dad. All of a sudden just cut that short. I don't know, my mind can't process that really. It seemed like a blur ever since. But you know, my mom's staying positive and we're staying positive. There's been a real lot of, it's been a rough couple years, we can say that. So I'm hoping the trail brings us back to, it'll never make it right, but brings us back to where we can live again. The reason I love the woods, I love being outside, that is all thanks to my dad. He used to take me out hunting when I was really young, too young to, you know, hunt myself. And I always remembered smashing the acorns on the, it was like an old wooden stand, like a tree fort almost, and we would be sitting there all quiet and I'd be smashing the acorns beneath my feet. And you'd always get pissed at me. I never knew why. Now that I'm older and I hunt myself, I realize you're not going to see many deer when you're smashing acorns on your tree stand. So just little things, little memories, with Dad. I remember he would bow hunt and he would gun hunt. I do the same, but he would come home from a day of hunting and hand me his shotgun to bring to the back room while he went downstairs and took his camo off. And I remember I could barely lift the thing. That's how small I was. So, and now years later, I'm hunting with that exact same gun, which means a lot. All right, enough boo-hoo stories, I guess. It is nice to get it out though. Still going. Really glad we found this place, this trail. It's pretty rugged. Everything minus, I mean, there's tiny elevation gains, but pretty much everything but that. I have a feeling I'm getting near the end. Definitely a fun loop. There's also a couple other trails that I can try out too, connected to this one. I guess what would be considered a blue blaze on the AT, just a connecting trail. Some of them are loops, so that's a good way to add mileage to this hike. So I can see the parking lot. So this was a 5.3 mile loop, and then I did a little side trail, so it probably made it closer to 6 miles. But really nice trail. I know on nice days it's going to be crowded, but I will definitely be doing this trail over and over and over and over again. Next time I'll go in the opposite direction, which I just came down a real good downhill, so that'll definitely be nice the other way, for a little exercise. Work the knees and the legs a little. 3 months and 3 days until Georgia. Thanks for following along. Like and subscribe.